Hi class, I want to take a few minutes and go over the most important document in this class, and that is going to be the syllabus. Now when you go online into Canvas and you log into this class, as I've mentioned in the intro video, you have these links, and one of the links that is important to you as a student is the syllabus link. You will select syllabus, and here you will find some very important documents. First of all, I have pulled in a welcome message. Please take a moment to read through this. It just kind of summarizes everything for you and gives you some tips and suggestions. I'm going to go over the syllabus here in just a moment, but I would also like to point out that you have a semester at a glance that you can print out, and it's great for planning ahead. And statewide course objectives, you can take a look at that. That's something I'm required to pull into the class. And then here, course summary is a detailed breakdown of all of your assignments and the due dates. It's very easy to navigate this. Just scroll down and you'll see the entire semester. Also, for your information, when you log on to this class, and you'll always have an up-and-coming list of things to do, and you'll also have a to-do list for assignments that are due immediately. So please keep up with your coursework. There's so many places that you can go to in this class to determine your due dates. The Canvas calendar is also very helpful as well. But let's take a minute and go over the syllabus. It is lengthy, I know, but it is very important that you familiarize yourself with the syllabus before you begin your coursework. And remember, the coursework is going to be found under modules. And we'll go there shortly. But let's take a look at the syllabus. If you select this link, you can open up a PDF document. If you select this link, the syllabus will actually open in your class. And let's scroll down and take a look. Contact information, course description, what is world history, part 1. I think you're going to find some very interesting topics and subjects that we'll be covering, some things that are unfamiliar from, let's say, if you were taking U.S. history, but I think you're going to learn a lot in this class. The required textbook, this is important. It's in the bookstore, guys, but if you want to, you can order a copy or rent a copy from some online source. You do have to have access to Launchpad, and I suggest getting the combined volume and 1 year access, because most students need a history series. So if you're taking World History 1, you can take World History 2 with me in the fall, and then you only have to buy the textbook and the access code one time. My recommendation is that you consider the ebook with the Launchpad link. And you will go to modules, and I'll show you where that you can have access to the ebook, purchase access to the ebook. It is your most economical option, and I highly recommend it. It comes with a free trial for all students. So if you're logging into this class for the first time, for the first day, you have access to the ebook. I think it might be a 2-week trial, I'm not sure. But you're going to have free access. So let me suggest that you try the ebook. If you don't like the ebook, then you can order yourself a hard copy. I understand some people enjoy having, a textbook in their hands. So, but consider it. It's an option. And in a moment, when you go to modules, I'll have a video to explain the navigation of that portion of the course and give you some suggestions on how to navigate modules, and there is a link there to the ebook, and you can register with McGraw-Hill and you'll have access to that. So moving on, you can read the rest of this. If you have any questions, again, I'm always available to help students. We'll get back in touch with you as quickly as possible. Use the Canvas inbox to communicate with me, and I'll get in touch with you, other than possibly on the weekends. I would like to share my teaching philosophy that students and instructors must be partners in order for the learning experience to be a positive one. I'm going to have some expectations of you. You should have some expectations of me as an instructor, and I hope to meet those expectations. If you want to do well in the course, let me give you some suggestions today. Number 1, you need to read the chapter. You're not going to read every single word in every single chapter, but you need to read the chapter. Part of an online course environment is that you're going to have to do some independent study, and I suggest that you get a schedule and keep it to reading your textbooks and completing your course assignments. You just can't do well in the class if you don't read, or at least read through each chapter. Do not wait until the last hour of the last day to submit assignments. This is where students tend to have the most problems. They wait until 11:59 on Sunday to submit a writing assignment, and at that point in time, you know, the whole world is coming to an end. Cats will spill Mountain Dew on your keyboard. Your boyfriend's going to break up with you. Your kid's going to get sick. There's just, everything seems to happen the minute that you try to hurry up and submit an assignment. Don't wait until the last minute of the last day. I understand that most of you will complete your work on Sundays, and that's fine. But again, if you wait until the last minute, you might encounter issues that you can't resolve before having to submit the assignment late. You need to spend time in this class each week. You're not going to be able to perform well in the course if you don't keep a schedule and completing your work. I would suggest looking at this as if it were a live class. You would meet in a live class 2 or 3 times a week, a few hours a week, and that's what you need to do in this course. You need to set a schedule for yourself and make sure that you're keeping up with your course assignments. A lot of students start on the first day of class. I'm going to make an A in this. The second week, it goes to a B. The third week, a C. And by the 4th or 5th week, I have students who fade away. Don't be one of those students who fade away. Contact me, communicate with me. Let's work out any issues or problems that you're having. Make sure that you understand how to keep up with your grades. I can't tell you how many times students at the end of the semester, the last day of the semester, they want to discuss how they can end up with an A in the class and they currently have an F. So don't do that to yourself or to me. Take the time to discuss your grade goals with me early on, and I'll help you reach those goals. The main thing I can share with you is that you have to complete the coursework in order to earn the grade. So we have some course objectives here for you to meet before the end of the semester. And things like, thinking critically, developing some communication and writing skills and those kinds of things. Again, I've said this multiple times and will continue to do so. Send me a Canvas inbox message if you need me. And here's the link over here. Now, let's take a look at how you will earn points for this course. You will earn points for this course by completing these assignments. You will have 2 discussions this semester. You will have 2 reflection or writing assignments due this semester. You will have 1 film essay. And you will do weekly chapter map quizzes, summative quizzes, and something called learning curve. And we'll go over that in just a minute. But map quizzes, open book, the map is in your textbook. You can use that to take your map quiz. Those are only worth a few points each. But it's important that you complete those. And it's an easy way to keep your grade up. The chapter summative quiz is worth 15 points each. The learning curve, which is sort of a gaming type quality assignment for you. I think you'll enjoy it. It's worth 240 points in total for the semester, or 15 points each. You'll take a midterm and a final. Now, this is the summer. I have decided to open all of the course assignments due for the entire semester on day 1. So everything that you need to do to complete this class and to earn points is open. However, you must go in chronological order, chapter order. You have to complete 1 chapter before you can go to the next chapter, and the midterm and the final exams are only open on certain days in this semester. And let me stress to you that you notate those days and make sure you understand when you can take the midterm and when you can take the final. So there will be, under modules, all of these assignments that I've mentioned. There will be directions for all of these assignments found in this syllabus. I'm not going to take the time to read over the directions. That's something that you can do on your own. But I will go over this. There is a weekly study guide to help you go through the assignments in the modules. And first, you're going to read the chapter and master the key terms by using flashcards or any student resources found in the Launchpad. So you'll understand what that means as soon as you go into the first chapter. You will take a chapter map quiz. You will complete and submit any writing assignment or like a reflection, a discussion, or the film essay. You will take a chapter summative quiz. You will complete a learning curve for each chapter. So there are assignments that will be due each week. You do not have a writing assignment due every single week, but most weeks this summer you will. Now, you have, again, the directions here in the syllabus: map quizzes, reflection assignments, summative quizzes, discussions. Please take the time to read these directions before you complete those first assignments, okay? And I will conclude this video with information about the midterm and the final exam. Students will not take their exams using the testing center sites. All right? You will not take your exam on campus. You will take your exam using a Respondus lockdown browser and a webcam. There are specific detailed directions for that found in this syllabus. I've given you the dates and the times that you may take these two exams, the midterm and the final. Again, carefully note them, and also note that when they close at noon. They don't close at midnight, they close at noon. The lockdown browser you should be familiar with, but this is lockdown browser with a monitor. You will need a webcam. If you do not have a webcam, you can purchase one at Walmart for less than $10. But please take the time to go over this information. You know, there's going to be a moment where you're like, I don't know what this is. I don't know what she's talking about. Just read this. Read this very carefully. I have been very detailed with what Respondus Lockdown Browser is, how you're going to use it, and what's important about it to you. Basically, it is a web browser you will log into and use the webcam to record your exam taking, and that is like a proctor. So take a look at this syllabus when you first log into the class. Please take the time to read it. Another important note on the syllabus that I'd like you to pay attention to is on plagiarism and on the academic conduct code. Please take a moment to read this. If you copy your information that you submit as your own from the internet, then that is plagiarization, and you will earn a 0 for your assignment. So please do not do that. So take a look at that in the syllabus. So we'll wrap this up by saying that everything that you need to know to be successful in this class is on the syllabus. Again, I know it's lengthy, but take the time to read through it. After you've read through it, then you will be ready to select modules and get started in the class, and I'll have another short video in there to help you get started in modules. And if you at any time have questions or suggestions or concerns, please send me a Canvas inbox message. And as always, class, please keep in touch.